The Ultimate Bobber with Captain Bob Barnett.
Welcome. I'm Captain Bob Barnett. I appreciate you spending a few minutes with me today. I'm here to demonstrate my products. They're the Ultimate Bobber family. I have what's called over here. These are a chaser. These are my bobbers, my 2-inch version, my 3-inch version, my 4-inch version, my 12-inch teaser, and my 14-inch slow speed teaser. So this morning I'm going to talk a little bit about my bobbers. This is the first one I developed here. This one's for pike fishing. You can use this for traditional pike fishing with suckers. This bobber will actually lay on its side. When you get a bite, it will tilt up, and then hopefully the fish is big enough to take it down. So this bobber is three pieces, red, white, and blue, and has this type unit running through the middle where you put your string through. It's one solid piece, so you don't have to stick your string in and find out, oh, it won't find the other side. It runs through smoothly. Now, this bobber, when it lays on its side, you have your fish or your bait, your live bait down on the bottom, and you don't want to agitate that fish too much because you want him to stay lively to attract your prey. So with this one, while it's laying like this, every 10 or 15 minutes, there might be fish out there, prey fish coming for your bait, but it may never hear or see it. If you take this and give it a slow jerk, it will provide a little splash on top of the water like a wounded fish. It'll give it a little twist. There's a ridge in here which agitates the BBs inside, send out some sound frequencies, and the fish will come and look for your bait. So this is my first bobber. This is a 4-piece red, white, and blue edition. Then I created a 3-inch version. It also has a red, white, and blue on red on top, white in the center, blue on the bottom, and the spinning effect with the scoop. Now, these versions I changed to be long ways, vertical, because of molding. Now, when you mold this is 1 piece, 2 piece, 3 pieces, of course, and the center, so there's 4 pieces. With this one, molding is very complicated because of the angles that the colors are laid. So this way, it's much easier to mold. I also I had to modify the version with the scoop on it. See the scoop here? The scoop was a nice idea to add some more water display when you're fishing with it. However, when you're casting with that, the scoop sometimes it gets in the way when you're casting it. It has air friction. So I removed the scoop. We don't have any problem getting enough water displacement with just this, and I reduced the amount of protrusion coming across the bobber here to reduce the air flow when you're casting it, to reduce the friction against it so you can cast farther. This has BBs and plastic beads in it to give a little bit different sound, a little deeper sound, and the high sound together mix. Now these are great with a 1/4 ounce weight jig head. These are an 1/8 ounce jig head here. Something similar to this is what I use this for trout, redfish. Oh, let me show the gulp sign. I just love gulp products. So this one is actually 1/8, which this is a similar bobber here, which I use with the 1/8 inch with an artificial gulp shrimp. You can use any color you want, whatever is running during the particular season. Sometimes when they're biting it, the color really doesn't matter. They love the scent. Now, with these, when you put that gulp on there, it's not going to come off. I've had them come up and they'll hit it 3 or 4 times until they get the hook. They'll grab that and try to rip it off, and it won't come off. These work great together with my bobbers. That was the reason I created the Ultimate Bobber. When other bobbers are on the market, some of them don't have a scoop. So you're missing that splashing when you give the little jerk. Some have wires running through them, and those wires bend, and the beads they have on them won't go up and down smoothly, and you lose that effect. So, and this one, when you're running it through the water, it buzzes through the top like bait fish when they're on the move. This will attract predator fish. It has the clicking, which actually a shrimp, when it jumps out of the water, makes a clicking sound. So they're looking for a shrimp when they're coming to investigate that sound. And so you got your splash, you got your spinning, which could be a frog or another mouse or some animal running across the water, sending out those frequencies, and you got your click. So those work great together. Now I also have what I call the chaser. This has more than one possibility for use. You can use it with your Ultimate Bobber. If I put this on the line with my Ultimate Bobber, and I put my bobber stoppers on there, I can decide how far I want the bobber to slide up and down when I'm fishing, and that sets my strike zone. If I have my bait down here, I want it just off the bottom, and when I add this chaser, when I throw it in the water, the lure will go down and this will float up to the bobber. When I pull the bobber and give it a jerk, this will spin, the BBs will go off, and the scoop will splash some water, and at the same time, this little chaser will come down to the bottom to where the lure is, and it will float back up as this is falling. So it looks like this is chasing. Your lure is chasing this little buggy, white bug in the water. Now, I have another video where it shows this in action, and it works absolutely great. Next, you can use the chaser as a bobber by itself. You can use it with these little live minnows or the little gulp minnows. I would use it on a cane pole, just as it is, with no weight on it, with these little minnows. And when you put a bobber stopper up here on the line, let me demonstrate with this again, and you put a small hook and your little minnow on here, and then when you pull your line, if you want to put another bobber stopper on here, it will bring your bait up to maybe a foot below the surface and then fall back down. If you want it to come all the way up, don't put a bobber stopper on it, or you can adjust your strike zone. What you want to do is just keep this slightly off the bottom, whatever your depth is. If you have bobber stoppers, they will work great with this. Next, I'd like to move on to my first teaser. Out in the water, this looks absolutely great. It's churning through the water. This is for slow speeds, under 6 knots. This looks like it looks like something swimming through the water. It puts out frequencies like small animals swimming through the water. It also has marbles and beads inserted, which gives a double sound. Now, spinning through the water, it also has a ridge inside, so when it spins, it agitates the BBs. Now, I also have a scoop you can use. It will splash the water every time it hits. Or if the water is real calm and the fish are a little timid, I also have a flat side, which won't provide so much splash out there. But you get the benefit of the different frequencies being submitted through the water with this. But as I said, 6 knots, this is a The ridge on here is almost 3/4 of an inch, and 6 knots is about all the thrust you want out of here for drag from your reel. Now, if you want to go higher speeds, up to 20 knots, I created a little bit smaller one with a much smaller ridge. The ridge is only 1/4 inch, and the angle is a little bit steeper. So you can go faster speeds and still have the same benefit as the larger one at slower speeds. When this spins, again, you hear the marbles and the bees spinning inside. Has the scoop for maximum splashing, or if you want to have a smaller splash, you can put the flat side. You just turn it around. This is great for wahoo or tuna, fast-moving fish. If you want to push the throttle down and get out there and have your lure out of 10, 15, 20 feet beyond. So, I think we covered everything here today. My next series will be out on the water demonstrating these products. I don't know if you noticed, and I didn't mention, but I will mention now, from the original version, which was 3 colors, this was changed to red and white and a blue insertion, which reduces it to 3 molds. You have the red and the white and the centerpiece, which this one is blue, this one's white, it doesn't matter, but you can print, mold these, and these are all created on 3D printer. I have all the designs, the computer designs, so we can use the AutoCAD program for the molding process. So thank you very much for joining, and we will see you on the next series of the Ultimate Bobber when we're out testing. So for now, thank you very much, and we will see you on the testing version when we're out on the water. Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining the Ultimate Bobber with Captain Bob Barnett.